Really, if you meet anyone in the United States named Glenwell,
Oh,
they're probably related.
oh, that makes sense. That makes
Peaberry.
sense. Yeah, Peaberry.
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 All righty then. Let's get to it. It's Peaberry.
Let's. Peaberry.
For those of you who understand that, thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
A second time.
Yeah. Why you're back, we have no idea, but with the A, we'll try it again and see if we can push our luck one more time. If you would, you already have subscribed and followed This Is True Really News. If you get the folks around you, not necessarily your betters, though some could be, have them subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News. Besides, if they're your betters, they'll probably listen to us and go, you deserve better, and give you lots of money, and now you can be rich and buy a small island in the tropics and invite us.
Ooh, loving this.
We'll get that subscribe, and following action going there.
We'll see you in Hilo.
Aloha. Oi.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
A 3-year-old in Kenya has been suffering nosebleeds and a cough for 3 months before being
Ew.
treated. The child eventually coughed so hard, their mother looked in the back of their throat and spotted. Go ahead, take a wild guess.
No, this is going to be icky and gross.
A leech.
I was right.
Dr. Jason Brotherton
Both icky and gross.
said the leech had likely entered the youngster's throat when they drank contaminated water. So it had to be teeny tiny. It ended up growing to about 2.5 inches after feeding off the child for several months.
Hmm.
And just so you know, nose bleeding is a common way these patients present, as the leeches stay in the upper airway. If they go down to the stomach acid kills them. So these are smart leeches.
Not stupid leeches, I'm saying.
Yeah, well, using endoscopy, they they cleared the leech out. Youngsters expected to make a full and complete recovery.
Yay. And ooh. I'll stick with yay.
Yeah.
Bright idea. 33-year-old Zachary Taylor Blood of There's another last name I might change.
Yeah.
Especially if you end up with a redheaded kid and they call him Red.
What if his name is Albert Bartholomew and he goes by his initials?
Now we're going with blood types.
AB.
Got it. Or we could just name him Oneg.
Oneg blood. I like
Is that a Klingon name? No, it's just something that looks kind of cool in front of his name. Like Dennis the Menace Vercanis. Zachary Taylor Blood, 33, Galveston, Texas, pled guilty. Is it pled or pleaded? I always see pleaded now, but I always want to say pled.
I like pled better than plead.
I'm with you. Damned youngins.
Yep.
Pled guilty to trying to smuggle 2 men into the U.S. in a flag-draped coffin.
Them's close quarters.
Hope they were friends.
If not, they were now.
You know, now they're great and good friends. It's an old thing. Google it. New York Times reported Blood showed up at Border Patrol checkpoint near Encino, where he told the agent he was hauling a dead guy, Navy guy, when asked about his cargo. Yes, because that's how the U.S. military treats their dead.
And transports their Navy dead guys.
But well, no, it's a dead guy, Navy guy. They would never put
right.
Navy dead guy because that'd be rude.
Well, he'd be blue.
But I think there's a movie with Kevin Bacon called Taking Chance, or I think that's the name of it.
Okay.
If you ever get a chance and want to spend 119 minutes going, wow, check it out.
Okay.
He basically volunteers to escort Chance back home.
Oh, okay. Okay. No how? What chance?
Yeah. But the age, by the way, if the NSA is listening, that was Scott. Lives in Blaine. Call me. I can get you his address.
They know it already.
They do. But the agent, who was a military veteran, oh, this was not good.
Oh, boy.
Noticed the rusty indented coffin and saw that the flag had been crudely taped to it. If you have ever seen anything relating to military men being returned home,
You know, that's a very different experience.
none of that.
Yeah.
Agents got nosy found 2 live men, cousins. Well, they were close, inside the coffin.
Were they blue?
I would hope by that point. One man told agents that it had been hot and hard to breathe in the box, and he had agreed to pay $6,000 to be smuggled to San Antonio. Blood, for being a dipstick, a weasel, and an all-around jerk, will be sentenced in May. Could get up to 5 years in federal prison.
In a box.
Where, yeah, it'll be a little bigger box, but
Yeah.
that's where he'll be. Dork.
A 21-year-old African gray parrot has his own TikTok account. Now, do you know much
Why
about
not?
Do you know much about parrots?
I don't even know much about TikTok, so there you are.
African grays reason like about a 5 or 6-year-old. So you
That's
can give
odd.
them,
I know adults that do the same.
but this is you can give them kind of complex instructions.
So we could pretty much elect him to Congress
Oh yeah, he'd probably do better than
and
what we got.
probably
going.
be better off,
Yeah. Anyway,
Mr.
the camera,
President.
the camera's going most of the time, and that's a good thing. Because this parrot has learned how to order stuff on Amazon via an Alexa smart speaker.
We have a question from the audience, Bradford.
You in
Going
the
way
back,
back.
with the
Thank you.
mustache.
He's
You've got some mustache there.
I
along
do.
with the rest of your beard.
He's wondering,
Go ahead.
where does a parrot keep his credit cards?
Well,
They don't wear pants.
Alexa kind of keeps that information. I can one-click order on my.
Okay, I'm going to ask again then.
Yeah.
Where does a parrot get a credit card?
Well, he's not using his. He's using his owner's.
Shrewd bird. Shrewd bird.
Footage shows the parrot as he began to click at the camera before making his order to Alexa. In a loud, stern voice, which sounded like an older man who maybe smoked, came from the parrot as he shouted, "Alexa!" But it seems he's not a fan of her, as then he proceeds to make a farting noise. Whistling once more, Max then told Alexa, "Add pulled pork to the shopping list." However, the owner had already added pulled pork to the list, and the virtual assistant informed Max of that. It seems the response tickled the parrot, as Max can be heard chuckling to himself. Max's video has received 14.6 million views, or had at the time of, the time I saw it.
It's more now, I'm sure.
2.6 million likes and tens of thousands of comments. Now, this isn't the first time Max and Alexa have tangoed. In the other clip, the parrot seems to have some beef with the virtual assistant after commanding it and then calling it an a-hole. Anyway, I have a link to the videos
So he's a working class bird.
down below.
Here's another bright idea. This is probably not quite as bright as the trying to pass off the rusted, dented coffin with a flag taped to it.
Yep.
But it's close.
Was it the right flag? I didn't ask that.
I hope so, because the whole idea said 50-50.
Yeah, right.
The Irish Times reports that 2 men in January carried Peter Doyle into the post office in Carlow, Ireland, and inquired about collecting his pension. Staff and other customers became concerned about the 66-year-old as he seemed unresponsive and made efforts to resuscitate him, but he was deceased, dead, finito.
This is a weekend at Bernie's thing.
Yeah, only not nearly as creative.
Yeah, or as much fun, it seems.
Well, yeah, they didn't have all the Hollywood effects, but yeah. Well, an investigation showed there was no foul play in his death. The 2 men were detained.
Did they detain their whiskey bottle as well?
One of the men had gone to the post office earlier that day to try to collect the pension, but he was told the person had to be there himself. Both insisted Doyle was alive but unwell when they left his home, and that they helped him as he walked to the post office. They believe he died there. Yeah, if there's not alcohol involved, I'm going to be very disappointed.
This is true, really news. Send email to TiTR@netradio.network.